A very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Government comes to an agreement with the bondholders. EDB partners with Switzerland to enhance Sri Lanka's textile sector. News in detail. Sri Lanka has successfully concluded discussions with its bondholders, reaching an agreement on the restructuring terms of its outstanding US $12.5 billion bonds. This development follows an unsuccessful initial round of talks in April. A government notice issued yesterday confirmed that consensus was reached with advisors to restructure the bonds. The notice stated that the parties agreed on the core financial terms of a restructuring of the international sovereign bonds, the terms of which are embodied a joint working debt treatment framework. Key elements of the agreement include the incorporation of governance-linked bond features in some plain vanilla bond instruments as part of the joint working framework. The framework proposed a 28% cut on the face value of the bond and 1% reduction on past interest, with interest payments set to commence in September. Sri Lanka and the steering committee's advisors will also consult with the OCC and IMF to confirm the framework's consistency with debt sustainability objectives and the principle of comparability of treatment. The steering committee, comprising 10 of the largest bondholder members, controls approximately 50% of the aggregate outstanding amount of ISBS. In addition to this bond restructuring agreement, Sri Lanka recently signed two separate deals to restructure much of its debt with OCC and Exim Bank of China. Switzerland's State Secretariat for Economic Affairs and the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, in collaboration with the International Trade Center, launched the second phase of the global program on textile and clothing in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lanka Export Development Board and the Joint Apparel Association Forum Sri Lanka will collaborate with the Swiss Confederation in implementing this program within the country. The initiative, which was launched in Colombo recently, aims to enhance the capabilities of the Sri Lankan apparel sector, increasing its presence in the global markets. The program aims to support SMEs in the textile and clothing industry to improve their operational capacity, social norms, and environmental sustainability, added value to products and services, and expand exports. The primary export markets for Sri Lankan apparel products are the USA, UK, and EU, with major categories including sportswear, lingerie, loungewear, bridal wear, workwear, swimwear, and children's wear. The industry employs over 300,000 people directly and 35,000 indirectly, with a significant number of women employed in approximately 350 garment factories and 16 textile manufacturing units. The EDB, in collaboration with the Swiss Import Promotion Program, conducted comprehensive market research for value-added textile products in selected EU countries. The program's primary beneficiaries are 20 to 25 SMEs and 3 to 5 fashion designers in the textile and clothing sector, business support organizations, academia, training institutions, and government agencies. The Swiss government will fund the initiative and the International Trade Center will provide technical assistance. Speaking at the event, State Minister of Investment Promotion Dilum Amunugama said that the aim of the project is to improve Sri Lanka's status as a supply hub for textile-related accessories, machinery, and the overall textile industry of the world. The State Minister added that the small and medium-scale enterprises, which were the most affected during the challenging times of the recent past, needs to be uplifted and made the backbone of the textile industry.
The main objective of the project is to finally create a textile hub in Sri Lanka where the main exporters will be backed by the SMEs, and one program that we started a couple of weeks back where it was the technical part, where the machinery and the accessories also could be brought in, and Sri Lanka could be used as the supply hub for accessories and machinery as well. The worst impacted or the worst affected by the economic crisis plus the pandemic was the SME sector. I think most of the SMEs have to be recapitalized. They are stuck with their bank loans. There have been moratoriums given, but I'm not the happiest about what happened with the moratoriums because there has been interest added over interest. And at the moment it's at a halt, but these problems have to be sorted out at some time. So this is why I say it's the exactly correct time where you have moved in with this program, where you can assist the SMEs to come out of this crisis and join the fleet once again as a part of the supply chain and as a part of the biggest foreign revenue puller, which is the apparel industry.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation Nimal Siripala de Silva has confirmed that Sri Lankan Airlines will undergo restructuring rather than being sold outright. The minister said that according to existing regulations, only up to 49% of the airline's shares can be transferred to another entity, but no suitable investor has shown interest thus far. Minister Siripala de Silva emphasized that restructuring is in line with the country's legal framework during a press briefing at the Presidential Media Center recently. The minister revealed that only 6 expressions of interest were received and none were deemed suitable regarding Sri Lankan Airlines. Minister De Silva said that there are also considerations for involving a Sri Lankan entrepreneur provided their capabilities are demonstrated. The minister added that the Japan International Cooperation Agency will discuss resuming projects next week benefiting from the debt restructuring. The minister also revealed that the financially burdened Mattala Airport will be managed by a joint venture between Russia and India. The minister further added that the development at the Kankasanture port is progressing with $69 million in assistance from India. The minister also revealed that plans for initiating a ferry service between Sri Lanka and India were also confirmed by Indian Foreign Ministers Dr. S. Jaishankar during his recent visit to Sri Lanka. The United Nations Development Programme in Sri Lanka, in collaboration with the Ministry of Technology, has launched the DPI in Action series, aiming to empower government officials and local authorities to accelerate digital public infrastructure adoption. The inaugural session of the DPI in Action series held in Colombo recently focused on the intersection of digital public infrastructure and the tax landscape. Speaking at the event, Chief Executive of the Tax Justice Network, Alex Cobham, highlighted the critical role of DPI in fostering transportation taxation. Director of Strategy and Research at Public Digital, Lauren Khan, shared insights on digital transformation strategies, emphasizing the effective implementation of DPI within Sri Lankan tax system. State Minister of Technology, Kanaka Herath, said that DPI is an ongoing process and the government of Sri Lanka is dedicated to delivering its benefits to our citizens. Resident Representative Azusa Kobota, UNDP in Sri Lanka, added that globally more governments are embracing DPI to bring about transformational changes in service delivery. She added that fostering the adoption of effective DPI, Sri Lanka can establish the digital foundations necessary for a more equitable tax system. The The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, in collaboration with the MDF Training and Consultancy, has successfully concluded a training of trainers program titled Building the Capacity of Women Business Development Coaches in Sri Lanka. This initiative aims to advance gender inclusivity and promote women's economic empowerment by enhancing the capabilities of women business development coaches in the country. Conducted over 2 sessions, the program trained 30 selected coaches focusing on cultivating a dynamic network of women trainers who can support and mentor women entrepreneurs. The training covered various topics including women's entrepreneurship, e-commerce, environmentally sustainable business, digital marketing, business coaching skills and planning. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce plans to leverage the trained coaches to organize additional business coaching sessions specifically for women. The program aims to address the challenges faced by women by building a network of women business coaches who can support new women entrepreneurs. The newly trained coaches will have an opportunity to demonstrate their skills at a showcasing event organized by the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce on 25th of July. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The all-share price index gained 20.84 points to close at 11,947.43 and the S&P SL 20 gained 0.39 points to close at 3,505.64. The turnover was 0.4 billion rupees and over 21 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Have a great weekend. Take care. Good night.